Good evening, I'm Duke Root, and our sports ticker is brought to you by the experienced advisors at Stonebridge Wealth Systems. Number 1, Nebraska Volleyball opened their 2026 season with its annual red-white scrimmage in front of a crowd of 10,753 fans in Pinnacle Bank Arena on Sunday afternoon. The red team defeated the white team 3-1, though the Huskers mixed their teams and lineups around for each set. Taraya Sigler and Virginia Adriano led all players with 11 kills each. Emmett Johnson made his NFL preseason debut over the weekend for the Chiefs. Johnson totaled 59 yards on 12 carries and had 10 missed tackles, which was the most by any player in the first week of the preseason by 5. The Nebraska soccer team opened its 2026 home slate with a 1-1 draw against the South Dakota Coyotes. Emma Donnelly scored for the Big Red, notching the first goal of her career in the 82nd minute. Preseason AP Top 25 poll was released today. Ohio State and Oregon were number 1 and number 2, giving the Big Ten Conference the top 2 teams in the preseason rankings for the first time in 65 years. The Big Ten had 8 teams represented, and Nebraska is set to play 5 of those teams. Our sports ticker is brought to you by Stonebridge Wealth Systems, navigating you to and through the retirement of your dreams. Local advisors, a disciplined process, the retirement compass. Visit stonebridgeiwm.com. Coming up next is Hour 1 of Sports Nightly right here on the Huskers Radio Network.
Coming to you live from Memorial Stadium, it's Sports Nightly. All the Huskers, all the time. Sports Nightly is presented by McKinnis Roofing and Sheet Metal, helping homeowners and businesses protect what matters most for over 45 years.
4 on the shot clock, in the paint, shot on the way, no good. Rebound Nebraska, Huskers have it, 9 seconds left to go. What across the timeline, Price to Traeger, layup, yes! It's good! 2.2!
Well, Eckley is inside his own 15. Barney at the Husker 30. Snap back to Eckley. It's blocked. Con blocked it. It's picked up. Carter Nelson. Touchdown Huskers. They came right at it. Nelson picked it up. 13-0 Scarlet and the cream.
There's Laney. Here come Huskers. Quick attack. Manaya Obeche. She's putting on a clinic. It's Manaya Obeche Friday night at the Devaney, 23-14.
Now, here are your hosts, Jessica Coody and Kyle Crooks on the Huskers Radio Network.
Hey everybody, happy Monday. Welcome in. Full 2 hours headed your way. Got lots to dive into, lots to talk about over the weekend. But how was the weekend?
It's good. It look at me. Look at all his headspace here. Whoa. For those watching now.
Listening.
For those listening.
What's going on?
The camera shot was a little all over the place.
Were you like hungover after our Friday night outing?
No. What did we do on Friday night? I forget.
We were at the brewery.
Oh, right. That's right. How fun was that?
It was awesome. It was so much fun.
It was really good. It was good to see the people. We had a live in-person cameo from Pam. Shout out Pam. For the joke of the week, which got mostly over an 8 for all of it. And it was good to see Nick. Good to see Grant. And, it was a lot of fun.
Well, it was a lot of fun yesterday at the red-white scrimmage, and which we'll talk a lot about. In fact, got a couple conversations here to play for you. I had a chance to chat with Campbell Flynn. Also, Allie Sczech, who was a former Huskers Radio Network intern, made her debut yesterday, also received her master's degree, so big weekend for her. We'll talk some Husker volleyball. Husker soccer also coming up here in hour number 2. They got a big one coming up this week, taking on Notre Dame on Thursday out at Hibner. But big news here to lead off the show, breaking here over the last hour or so. But Tyke Hayes is the running back that was brought in late over the summer, has been asked about a lot, just the depth at that running back spot, but has been dismissed from the team. There will be availability tomorrow and also media open to the practice, I think, for 15 or 20 minutes tomorrow at practice. So I'm sure it will be a big topic of discussion at the press conference tomorrow. But, it was something that we've talked a lot about since, the addition and then throughout fall camp. Look, it was going to be a big learning curve. He's missed all of spring, missed all of OTAs, which we've heard so much about. I mean, I feel like that's something that's been brought up more than anything is just the work that was done in the OTAs that allowed for this team to be so much further ahead than maybe they have been in years past. So you're coming in kind of a little bit behind the 8 ball with some guys that have already laid a lot of groundwork to be able to be the front runners for RB1, RB2, whatever. But I think it's going to be a running back by committee. Personally, I do. But there's a lot of guys that they're very, very excited about. So I know it's disappointing and big news today. But the messaging has been from January to last Friday when we heard from Dana Holgorsen that this is a group of running backs that they have a lot of confidence in. And believe that can do big things this year.
Yeah, and we don't have the exact reason as to why. People can make assumptions. We don't have the exact reason why he's no longer with the program. It's something that we found out after practice today, and then the reporters reported on it. They confirmed it with officials with Nebraska football, so that's going to be the case. And it was going to be an uphill climb for him. He does have a lot of talent, and who knows what his next step is. Does he go back to Iowa Western, do the JUCO route, eventually find his way back to a Power 4 school? But he was a high-level recruit that went to Penn State, and because of the Mekhi Nelson situation, this was a reactionary move that had to be made because you didn't know what was going to happen with Mekhi. Now that you know Nelson's going to be in the fold, that also muddies the waters a little bit more for Tyke Hayes and what his role is going to be. And so with that, you have more than enough bodies in that room, even without Tyke Hayes. And now moving forward, more of the conversation will be with what's in the room as opposed to what's not in the room. So you didn't go out. There were no transfers that were brought in during the transfer portal window. Tyke Hayes no longer here, but they have a confidence regardless of who is now not with the program. They have a confidence in Mosey. They have a confidence in Rule. They have a confidence in Nelson that those guys can come in and get the job done.
Yeah, and I think even a guy like Connor Booth, who you've liked since you've been here, we heard Vincent Genatone's name mentioned the other day by Dana Holgorsen, but I think I've made it pretty clear on this show. I'm a big Jamal Rule fan. I think it's going to be very, very hard for him to keep him off the field often.
He's explosive. He's strong. He has good hands. All the things that you want. He's been tested, and he had great coaching in high school. We always say he was a product of Greg Olson, Luke Kuechly's, two of the just really solid pros that were his high school coaches. And talking to some people today, I was actually chatting with EJ Barthel after practice, and he had mentioned the fact that his high school rival's head coach reached out to him about Jamal, about how much of a competitor and how he'd never seen anything like him before. So it wasn't just the coaches he had on his side, it was the rival head coaches that were just talking glowingly of Jamal Rule. And to think this was a guy that was not recruited. He really was not recruited heavily by especially Power 4 programs. Nebraska was the first one in the mix, and then everyone followed suit. But you're talking about somebody who a couple of years ago was not on the radar to now a couple of years later could be the starting running back on opening day for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. That's quite a turn.
What I've been so impressed with as a true freshman coming in, and he made comments about it when you talked to him back in early July, and then we played a conversation for you last week that we chatted with him after practice, but just already the attention to details and how tedious he is and wants to be and is embracing that from his running backs coach, who is absolutely all of that. And he said you could have a perfect rep and you come over to the sideline and Coach Barthel's got something that you need to improve on, and so he embraces that, and I don't feel like you always get that out of freshmen, especially running backs.
Yeah, you have to be willing to take coaching. And a lot of running backs, you're entering in as somebody who probably was an elite athlete that could not be stopped at the high school level. And the coaching, the detail, it's all ramped up by 1,000 once you hit college. And there's a learning curve. The good thing for Jamal specifically was that he had the bowl practices. He had that extra time in the winter. So he had winter, then a full spring, and now training camp. So it almost feels at this point, while he has not played a game yet for the Huskers, he's been here long enough where you don't truly feel like a true freshman at this point in time because you've been on campus, you've been in the system. You've been in the meeting rooms. You've worked with DJ Barthel in person long enough where there's a level of comfort for Jamal Rule at this point.
Okay, so a couple other notables from Coach Rule. He met with the media on Saturday following the scrimmage. And one of, I guess, a couple of names, and not going to play the clips for you, but I just wanted to bring it up here. But he was asked about Mac Markway and just his transition to playing defensive end. And I thought that was a really interesting kind of take that he had talked about, just that, Mac was recruited very heavily out of high school for defensive end, just both tight end and defensive end. And man, I go back to it was the home opener last year, and Coach Rule opened when he was coming out. He comes out first before the team, and he had Mac Markway and Janiron Bonner on either side of him. And when Mac got to the sideline, boy, he just broke down and was just super emotional. And it was hard for me to see that, just somebody that's just battled through injuries. And so he talked about just his kind of fight through all of it, and then wanting to come back, switch positions. And I mean, I think I could say it. I saw him make a really nice play at the scrimmage on Saturday. I was chatting with you about it on the sideline. And so I think you can see while he's learning the position, there are certainly some intangibles there, some explosive. He's an explosive athlete that, if given some time and to work it out, I think he could certainly provide some help there.
Yeah, he might not be the instant guy that right now that comes in and is in the rotation at defensive end, but he's played at a high level. Like you said, tight end, defensive end, was a tight end at LSU. Remember, for a year, he was actually hurt his final year of high school. So this is something that it's just unfortunate. It's part of the sport, but it's been around Mac for a bit. And, an interesting tie is his dad, Matt, has actually played for Iowa, so played for the rival. But you felt terrible for him last year because there was so much talk around Markway in the tight end room because he's coming from such a notable place in LSU. We have the same reaction when Paul Mubenga comes here, or Tree Babalade, Brendan Black. They come from reputable programs, and Mac's case coming from a place like LSU in the SEC, you almost think, okay, he's got to make an impact. You could feel like he can make an impact right away, and that's, he got hurt fairly early on. It might have even been the first practice last year of fall camp, and to think that he had to go through that, and a year later he just looks bigger. He seems like he's moving around better, still has that knee brace on, but he certainly has the frame to be a very good defensive end, and it's something that's in his nature, right? Because he's done it in high school, so there's probably not a whole lot of a learning curve there.
The other notable from the press conference, and you pointed it out as soon as I walked up, but Demetrius Bell out on the practice field, and that was great to see him out there, just again, another guy that's just battled injuries. He came in so highly touted. They were so excited to get him, and he was balling out, making a lot of plays. I guess it was the spring of 2024, and then just could not get back healthy. And so great to see him back out there, and I know they'll probably ease him along, but this is a guy they were very, very excited about bringing him in, and then just his potential before he got hurt. So hopefully he can get back to full strength and also provide some help there at the wide receiver room. But just great news to see that he was out there on the field.
Yeah, exciting for him because he's not been able to stay healthy. He caught a pass today, and everyone did a Bell chant because I think it was his first catch back, like in a team period. And everyone stopped, and Coach Rule was waving his arms, telling everybody to get, like, they were saying, Bell, Bell. Like,
that's awesome.
They were cheering him on because it's been a long road for him. And it's unfortunate because spring games are what they are, and to lose an entire season. And for Demetrius Bell, it's been a long, long time and a long journey. Remember, they tried to get him back last year. Yeah. I think it was his hamstring or something that might have been.
Yeah, because he came off, it was a knee injury, so that put him out. And then once he got back, it just could not work through it. I think it's just a lingering issue, and kept thinking that he might be back, and then it just ultimately he couldn't get right to be able to go full go out at practice consistently for a season.
And he was somebody who has an elite frame, probably is a little leaner than he was. I remember when I first saw him, but when you're sitting on the sideline and watching guys play football for as long as he did, there's a hunger and there's an angst to get back out there, and finally Demetrius Bell has a chance. Perhaps not right away, but now 5 for 5, there are no red shirts. Everybody in years past where you say, oh, this guy might not be a factor. with 5 for 5 now and no red shirts, everybody can find a way to be a factor if they practice hard enough. They can move their way up the depth chart and find themselves in the rotation.
All right, let's go ahead and get to a break. Gonna talk a little Husker volleyball coming up next, as they had the red-white scrimmage yesterday. Kind of dive into a little bit of that, and got lots to get to. Also want to talk the new uniform, the unveiling over the weekend as well. So lots to dive into. I know there's some chatter on the chat about that, so we will give our opinions on that. Talk about that here coming up in just a little bit. The Akrs Radio Network Broadcast Center is sponsored by Akrs, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, providing the equipment, parts, and service that keep agriculture moving forward. Akrs Equipment, proud partner of Husker Nation. Learn more at akrs.com.
Sports Nightly is powered by McInnes Roofing and Sheet Metal. Since 1981, Nebraska homeowners and businesses have trusted McInnes for roofing, siding, windows, gutters, custom sheet metal, and repairs. Whether you're protecting your home, improving curb appeal, or planning a commercial project, their experienced team delivers quality craftsmanship and dependable service from start to finish. When your property needs expert care, choose the local name Nebraska has trusted for more than 45 years. And now, the official roofing partner of the Huskers. Discover the McInnes difference at McInnesInc.com.
There's no better way to celebrate America's 250th birthday than at a Husker football game. Be in Memorial Stadium for the official America 250 celebration as the Huskers take on Bowling Green on Saturday, September 12th. Kickoff is set for 6 p.m. and tickets start at just $50. To purchase your Husker football versus Bowling Green tickets, or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Technology isn't just a part of your business, it is your business. At Hamilton Business Technologies, we believe that the right technology tools make all the difference. From seamless phone systems to secure cloud solutions, we empower Nebraska businesses to stay connected, protected, and ahead of the competition. Your technology isn't an afterthought, it's your competitive edge. Let the official business IT partner of the Huskers show you how technology helps drive business success. Technology is business. Hamilton is business. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
This life we love has never been easy. We've been blessed with million-dollar rains, and we've watched hope dry up. Still, we press on because our purpose is greater. Central Valley Ag prepares the table alongside our farmers, not just to grow food, but to nourish our families and our communities. At this table, everyone's welcome. Join us. We're saving you a seat. Central Valley Ag, the official co-op of Husker Nation.
You show up for every Husker game because it's about more than football. It's about celebrating that Nebraska grit that's in our DNA. That same drive pushes you to get stronger, move more, and take care of yourself. To show up for the people and moments that matter most. We believe you have what it takes. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska covers preventive care with every plan. And our digital tools help you stay on track every step of the way. Blue believes in what you're made of. And Blue believes in you.
Noddle Companies proudly supports the Huskers Radio Network. As a full-service leader in commercial real estate, we create thriving communities. Discover what's new in the Builders District in North Downtown, Noddle Hospitality's latest venture in Exarban Village, and the contemporary living of row house townhomes on Leavenworth. We're welcoming world-class concepts from men's fashion and great eats to gorgeous homes and green spaces, all professionally managed by Noddle Services. These are the Noddle Companies, building a better Nebraska. For more information, check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
Farmers demand equipment that works as hard as they do. For over 60 years, Sukup has been helping farmers protect their operation with industry-leading grain storage, drying, and handling equipment. Designed for performance, reliability, and peace of mind when it matters most, Sukup is proud to stand with the people who keep agriculture moving forward. Family-owned, farmer-focused. Visit Sukup.com to find a dealer near you today.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
Anna, what says summer to you?
Sunshine, road trips, camping.
And?
Ford being #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands according to J.D. Power.
And?
And low APR offers with Ford credit financing on a select lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs.
My kind of summer.
For APR offer information, visit Ford.com or your local Ford dealer. For J.D. Power 2026 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit JDPower.com/awards. Awards based on 2026 model year.
Woodhouse has been a trusted partner in your everyday since 1975. Shop for your next vehicle with the home team at Woodhouse and the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics. Welcome back to Sports Nightly with Kyle Crooks. I'm Jessica Coody. So before we get to Husker volleyball, I did want to read a couple texts on our Sports Nightly hotline, and our phone lines are open too, 402-413-2400. But Pam in Omaha texted in, so nice to meet both of you Friday night, and thank you for the honor of doing the joke of the week. A fun night, GBR.
I love it. Omaha Pam. Pam in Omaha, a.k.a. Omaha Pam. One word. That was in the text. I like it.
Well, we
Good stuff,
certainly
Pam.
weren't going to be doing the joke of the week. Me and Duke, I don't know, Duke needs to, I'm done. I'm out of the running, but Duke needs to come back and redeem himself because he's had some good weeks.
Well,
He just had a bad week.
We have new interns that are going to arrive here soon, right?
Yes, yep.
We go right into the hot seat, into the
Well,
joke of the week.
Are we getting rid of joke of the week soon, though?
That's your answer right there.
Okay, all right. All right. And then John in Omaha said, from the quote, not all that important department, what did you think of Matt Roll's cap with just the crossbones? I didn't see any mention of Nebraska. Not saying I don't like it, just curious what your thoughts are. Counting the days, go Big Red. There's a lot of people that liked it and wanted to know. It is for sale. The links are out.
Yeah, I saw it. He's worn that all camp. And I thought originally, which obviously is not the case, I thought it was an Under Armour hat. I'm like, what's he doing? But it's the crossbones, but it looks like an Under Armour sign.
It does not.
It does from a long distance away. It looks like the Under Armour. What is it, the U and the A?
Yeah.
Kind of looks like it.
Okay. I saw somebody and I meant to point it out to you at practice the other day that had his Nebraska sign on his hat.
The finger sign?
Yes.
I could see that.
It was
that
pretty
works. Cool. He does that for every picture too. Like that's his thing.
Yes.
He
it's
never
his
misses
thing.
a chance to do the Nebraska fingers.
Yes. So somebody had the picture of the finger, like it was a finger embroidered, the Nebraska fingers embroidered on a hat. It was pretty cool looking.
I think that's cool. Are you going to buy it?
I might. I meant to ask the guy where he got his hat, but then I never saw him again. So
Probably ran away from you.
if you're listening and it was you, let me know where you got that hat. So I thought that was sweet. But I know a lot of the media took note of the hat. And so Lana Hendricks, who does a fantastic job with the licensing and marketing, she put out the link of where you could buy that hat. So it is for sale. It's not just a custom-made hat for Coach Roll.
I like it. Maybe I'll invest. I enjoy my stuff at free 99, so maybe I can get one for free.
All right, again, 402-413-2400. Appreciate those texts rolling in on our text line. All right, let's talk some Husker volleyball. It was a very competitive red-white scrimmage yesterday inside Pinnacle Bank Arena. Over 10,000 fans. I was taking a video, but then I had a duty yesterday. I was doing some live mic stuff. And so while I was doing my video of the crowd, somebody had said something to me. So I didn't end up posting it, but I almost said your school could never. I mean, just for a practice for Husker volleyball, it was really impressive to see PBA that full of people.
Is it over 10,000?
Yeah, over 10,000. I think they said maybe over 12,000 sold, but actually in the building, I think it was close to 11,000, but like 10,800 or something like that. So it was a good crowd. It's kind of funny at first, as we've heard a lot of the players and Coach Danny Busbom Kelly say that it kind of gets a little quiet because you just don't know who to cheer for. But then it was competitive and it got really exciting, and so it got louder as we went.
Yeah, it was fun to watch and just to see the environment again. That many people for a scrimmage. I was blown away last year when it was at Devaney. They had the alumni game last year along with the inter squad, and both of those were full to the rafters. I know they're still sort of working on Devaney as we speak, and their home game, the first home game isn't until I think like September 10th, but it was good to see them back on the floor. And according to Danny, I mean, the middles are even better this year than they were last year, which is saying a lot.
Yes. So a week from Thursday is the Spikes Under the Lights.
Okay.
So they still got a little over a week left of practicing and facing each other, which I think they're starting to get sick of. playing
now there's
each other.
it's not necessarily it's an exhibition against the Spikes Under the Lights, but there's money.
Yes.
There's
and
legit
it's still
money.
Somebody else that's not your teammates, which could be the toughest competition that you face all year, or some of. But, you know, the first set was 27-25. The second one was a close battle as well. And I asked Bergen this actually on the court, you know, how much is this kind of indicative of what's been going on at practice? And she said it's pretty close. You know, we've battled it out, and it shows the depth of this team. And so certainly part of that is not only Bergen Riley, but also her backup, Campbell Flynn, who does a great job setting the other team when they're facing off against each other. So I had a chance to chat with Campbell following the red-white scrimmage. Here with Campbell Flynn following the red-white scrimmage. Well, overall, how did it feel out there tonight?
It was so fun. I mean, both sides were having so much fun, and it felt really good.
Very competitive. What's, you know, I asked Bergen this in match, but how does that compare what we saw today to what's been going on in practices?
It just shows that our practices have been literally so competitive. It's always, you know, we're losing by 1 point or 2 points, and every rally is just super long and competitive.
What were the goals going into today, and did you guys achieve those goals?
Yeah, we just talked about having fun and being competitive, and I think that we did those goals very well.
Okay, going into year 2 for you, how do you feel different this time around?
Yeah, I feel a lot more calm today. I think last year I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. But still a little jitters, but honestly, it was so fun being out there, and PBA is different. So, but it's just such a cool experience to have.
What are the challenges as a setter to get a different feel for all these different kinds of arenas?
Yeah, usually in serve and pass, me and Bergen just feel out the arenas, and you kind of have to adapt really quickly. But we played here last year, so we kind of had a feel for it, but it's definitely bigger, more spacious, so yeah.
I know you guys will be excited to get back into Devaney, but how good is it to have these different experiences to prepare for whatever it is moving forward?
Oh yeah, it's so good because we're going to huge stadiums in literally like a week and a half. So yeah. I think it's really good to have this under our belt.
Okay, so, and then for you developing all these different relationships and chemistry with all the hitters, where do you feel at now, at this point, to where you were a year ago?
I feel like I know more how hitters, like if they want to go cross, if they want to go line. I think I know their tendencies a little bit more and helping them out in whatever way that I can. And even off the court, just building their relationships. I think it's helped having a year under my belt.
How about T. Sigler? What is it been like kind of playing with her, and I guess how much different is she now this year?
Oh, she's just so explosive. I love playing with her. She's always talking, and I can always hear her on the court, but she's just such a really amazing competitive player.
What was it about her that she was voted lifter of the year this season?
Every single time I'd see her rack, she'd have a ton of weight on the barbells, and she would always just go for it, and she would always, no matter what day it was, she'd lift heavy. So yeah.
All right, so how do you guys feel about where you're at now with, like you said, a week and a half from the season?
I think we're super excited. We're excited to play someone besides ourselves because we've been playing each other every day for the past 2 weeks. But yeah, we're excited for the opportunities and to compete against really good teams.
That being said, what needs to happen in this next week so that you're ready to go for the gauntlet that's ahead?
Yeah, it's a tough schedule, but I think we're up for it. We just need to work our butts off for the next week and build strengthen our hitter-setter connection, and just really go for everything and make sure that we're as a unit.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And that's the sophomore setter, Campbell Flynn. If you were watching on the stream, if you're just listening, she had on a T-shirt that said, "Everyone watches women's sports." I got to get me one of those.
Those are popular.
The Rams coaching staff were wearing those today or yesterday.
Yeah, they wear them a lot in the WNBA. A lot of the NBA guys will wear them. Those are super popular. I don't know who makes those.
These are Nikes.
Are they Nike?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like the messaging for sure.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you heard her say it. They're ready to kind of see somebody else. They got a week left of battling against each other, a little over a week, but it's been super competitive, not surprising. Well,
Campbell's one of those players that if anybody were to get up and leave, right, she'd probably think that she would have been one of those players in the transfer portal. She's a player that's a part of the testament of the retention, that people don't leave this place once they get here. And she'll be a part of this team no matter what happens. I mean, she'll play a role for this group. So I'm sure she's learned so much in Bergen Rally. You think of the future of that position here at Nebraska, it's in really good hands.
Yeah, for sure. And, we've heard so many people say it, that if Bergen wasn't the setter, Campbell Flynn could be in those conversations of the best setter in the country or one of the best setters in the country. So you've got two of the top setters in the entire nation. And, but she's kind of embracing her role, and we'll see how Danny will try to get her involved even more. And, again, with the 5-and-5 rule that we're, have talked a lot about, a lot of these young players might get some opportunities that they wouldn't otherwise get to have because you don't have to worry about burning a red shirt. So they just get those 5 years. And Campbell will be one of those that now has, 3 years left instead of 2 after the season.
So that would tell me potentially if you feel like a match is pretty well in hand, even you're up 2-0, you could see some different names and faces perhaps in set 3 of a sweep in some of these matches because you're willing to put some new names out there because you're not having to worry about burning a red shirt. So you could see a lot more people rotate in say set 3 or set 4 of a match.
It's pretty interesting, too, post-match when Danny met with the media, she was talking about how it's kind of hard to just look at the stat sheet because you might look at some things, especially in a red-white scrimmage, that you're like, oh, that wasn't very good, but maybe that was because something else was going really good, and so it's hard to kind of really tell just until you go back and look at the film. But she did say that the defense was probably ahead of the offense and maybe the reason why you didn't see as many kills yesterday, and that's what we're going to hear from Allie Sczech here next segment. And she immediately pointed to that, how on point she thought the defense was. And in fact, a couple of players had come up to her when I was waiting to do the interview with her, and she's like, man, your block was on point tonight.
Yeah, I don't know if that's something that usually is the case where the defense is ahead of the offense. I don't necessarily know if that's something that's usually there, but Danny did make a point in the press conference that their defense was at an extremely high level. Everything, the expectation, even with any group, the expectation usually is that you're going to have a significant amount of rust in an early inter squad scrimmage. With Nebraska, I think the expectation is the exact opposite, based on just the personnel you have. That there's not going to be a whole lot of rust. That Nebraska is probably at most teams' midseason form already.
All right, going to get to a break. Coming up next, we're going to talk a little bit more Husker volleyball. Allie Sczech was on the call yesterday and did a great job. So I had a chance to catch up with her. She, of course, interned for us last year, but I had a chance to chat with her about her broadcasting debut, but also just her thoughts on what she saw out of the red-white scrimmage. So that's coming up next here on Sports Nightly.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, the official foundation company of the Huskers. Schedule a free inspection. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Husker fans, get ready for a special night on Saturday, September 19th. Be in Memorial Stadium as your Huskers take on North Dakota. Kickoff is set for 6:15 and tickets start at just $50. Your ticket will also include a post-game concert featuring country star Cole Swindell. To purchase your Husker football versus North Dakota tickets, or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Summer's almost over, but with a new Toyota from Toyota's National Sales Event, you can turn your end of summer scaries into end of summer woes. In the mood for some elevated dining? Pack a picnic into a 4Runner and hit up a stunning mountain vista.
Whoa!
Haul a bouncy castle in a Tundra and get crowned the coolest dad at the park.
Whoa! I'm king of the castle!
Drive a Tacoma to the lake to go wakeboarding. Whoa! That was awesome air. Let's go again. Or take a BZ to an amusement park with friends. Whoa! Keep your woes going this summer in a new Toyota.
Event ends August 31st. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota. Let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers. Village Point Toyota of Omaha, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, Baxter Toyota of Lincoln, or Corwin Toyota of Bellevue.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, the official foundation company of the Huskers. Schedule a free inspection.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
You show up for every Husker game because it's about more than football. It's about celebrating that Nebraska grit that's in our DNA. That same drive pushes you to get stronger, move more, and take care of yourself. To show up for the people and moments that matter most. We believe you have what it takes. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska covers preventive care with every plan. And our digital tools help you stay on track every step of the way. Blue believes in what you're made of, and Blue believes in you.
Feel like you're always on the run? Me too. As an independent financial professional, I help all kinds of busy people. Young families planning for college, couples working toward retirement, people securing their legacy. Wherever you are in life, Emeritus can help you get more out of life with insurance, employee benefits, and financial services. You're moving fast. Let's help make sure you're on the path to a fulfilling life. Find your next step at emeritus.com. Insurance products issued by Emeritus Life Insurance Corp.
Visit Woodhouse Toyota and drive into summer with incredible offers happening now. Lease the 2025 Toyota Tacoma SR Crew Cab for $399 per month for 36 months and 10,000 miles per year. Visit us in store or online at woodhousetoyota.com today. Woodhouse Toyota. Let's go places. With approved credit, tax, title, license extra. Security deposit waived. $2,000 down plus first payment and $299 doc fee due at signing. Stock number GT250151. Offer expires August 31st, 2026. See dealer for details.
The Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center is sponsored by Akrs Equipment, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, providing the equipment, parts, and service that keep agriculture moving forward. Akrs Equipment, proud partner of Husker Nation. Learn more at akrs.com, akrs.com. Welcome back to Sports Nightly with Kyle Crooks. I'm Jessica Coody. So mentioned before the break, and hear from Allie, Sczech, who played on the team last year and was just super unfortunate when you talk about this team being just short of getting back to the Final Four and then potentially competing for a national title. Just a lot of dominoes fell in the wrong direction for this team last year as they took on Texas A&M. Campbell, Flynn, who we just heard from, broke her pinky. Bergen was sick, but Allie, Sczech, what you saw happen, goes down during warm-ups, and she certainly, I think, could have been used in that game.
Yeah, I think it's just further proof that I might be the kiss of death.
Yeah, no more volleyball for Kyle.
I was just staring at warm-ups, and then all of a sudden I saw her trip on a volleyball, and then that was that. And that was her season, and that was her collegiate career. So things can happen quick, but it was fun to listen to her. She did a great job on the broadcast, incredibly just a natural. And we're lucky that she's a product of the Huskers Radio Network, too.
Yes, she can. We take all the credit here.
I've already taken all the credit. People ask, and I say, no, that's all me. Sorry.
Well, she actually received her master's degree over the weekend, too. So which was a big reason of why she chose Nebraska, because she could have gone a lot of places out of the transfer portal, but did want to get her master's in journalism, which she received over the weekend, and then again made her debut yesterday. And you were texting me because I couldn't watch since I was there live, and you said she's really good.
Yeah, very, very good.
A lot of positive feedback, too, from people that watched it.
Timing good, cadence good, the information was good, the voice is good. Like, she's going to move up the ladder really, really quick, and I'm happy for her because she's an awesome person.
We were talking to, I know Coach Cook does some games, and Lauren's with us, but in terms of TV color commentating for volleyball, I don't think there's a Husker. I could be wrong, but I don't think consistently. I know Lauren Stivrins has done a little bit, but this is something that Allie wants to do long-term when her volleyball career. She's still playing pro volleyball, and it works out for her to do both right now. And I think you're going to see her on some games this season, and as she continues to do more, it's going to be more and more because I think she's that good, and she has that Husker tie, which was a really, really smart move by her.
It's the equivalent of being a Dallas Cowboys quarterback. You have that brand behind you. It's a good chance you'll be on television. But the good thing is for her is that she's also very good. Not that quarterback, because he's not on television anymore, but Troy Aikman. There's a lot of different quarterbacks. CSD is just a bad guy.
He's laughing at
He likes to laugh at people's demise.
What's up with you calling everybody a bad guy?
He's a bad guy. Sometimes the answer is bad guy.
Well, I had a chance to chat with Allie following the red-white scrimmage yesterday to get her thoughts on just her first time on the color commentating role, but also what she took away from the scrimmage. All right, here with Allie Check. Great to see you back. A different role here, but major debut here tonight. How did you feel? How did it go?
It was so fun. I had such a good time. Just obviously talking about some of my teammates and old friends. It's always exciting, but I think just finally getting to, broadcast a game live and be able to kind of be in the flesh was super fun.
Okay, so what were your big takeaways then from seeing this team? You were just on this team a year ago, but what did you think about this group and how they did today in the red-white?
Yeah, I mean, their defense is incredible. I am just so excited to see kind of what that looks like and how that continues to flourish over the course of the season, but they just are blocking everything. It's hard for attackers to play well when you're blocking every single ball that's coming across the net. So I would say that's definitely something I'm super excited to see.
Why was that something? Because you mentioned that to a couple of your former teammates, I guess, right when they came up. Why is that so important? Why was that so significant?
Yeah, I mean, Nebraska's pinnacle has always been defense, and that's always been something that we've harped on as a program. And I think just being able to kind of see the training that they've done, and I was able to do last year, kind of transfer over into matches. It's just kind of full circle. And so I think that, but then I also think it's just always just fun to get big blocks. Big blocks are such momentum plays, and so being able to see that today was just really fun and exciting.
Okay, they're the number one preseason team. Not surprising, really, but being that you're kind of around a little familiar, what's that like, kind of carrying that expectation for this group going into to start this season?
Yeah, what I think is really awesome about the program is they do a really good job of every year just genuinely getting better and better and better and better, and looking at their blind spots and trying to find ways to improve. And last year we talked about it a little bit of we're preseason, number one team, but then we were kind of Becca was well, it doesn't mean anything if we're not that at the end, and we kind of saw how that finished, unfortunately. So I think the team has even taken less of a priority this year of thank you guys, we appreciate it, but it's this deal of, hey, if that's not the end goal, then what doesn't really say much. So I think it's been cool to see the ways that it wasn't really a priority last year, but it's become even less of a priority this year, and it's been more, hey, let's get what we need to get done on the court and less of the outside noise entertainment.
How about the opportunities ahead for this group? I know you were talking about you're really excited to see the Texas rivalry renewed, but just these opportunities, what does that do for this program?
I mean, it's incredible. I think just seeing a match like that is just straight up high-level volleyball, and I think everybody wants to be a part of that and see that. And, it's going to be an electric environment. I mean, you have Texas fans there. I'm from Texas. I know what that looks like. And then Nebraska fans obviously playing here. I know what that looks like, too, and I know it's going to be fun and just energetic and will be great for the sport. It's only going to help viewership numbers and things like that because people want to see good volleyball.
Yeah, I was going to say, and just the other opportunities too, playing in Jerry World, which you're also familiar with, but then the baseball stadium, Wrigley. I mean, how big is that for the sport of volleyball to continue to get new eyeballs on this sport?
I mean, it's huge, and I think it's kind of just a unique opportunity getting to play outside. I mean, these players have played beach, so they're kind of used to that, and kind of getting to see volleyball from a different light, I think will be really fun. And just, I mean, like I said, it's another game that's going to be played at a huge facility that's just going to be super exciting to be at.
So you played a lot of volleyball in your career, but your last year here, how do you feel like that helps set you up for a broadcasting career?
Yeah, I mean, a big reason I came here was because I got to master in professional journalism, and I just was able to wrap that up by the grace of God. So, I mean, I think that was something that was a really big priority for me, and that's a big reason I actually got in the portal to begin with was, hey, I want to find a master's program that I could pursue because Baylor didn't have one, unfortunately, but ended up finding Nebraska. Obviously worked out great. Love the people here, and I think that's another thing is it's been great to have obviously the education piece, but also the connections I've been able to build here. I interned under you. I mean, I think just being able to build those connections has really helped me step into the next phase of life of okay, let's get a job. Okay, we need help. Who are we going to reach out to? And so I think having those people around me has been really, really crucial.
Yeah, how about the weekend for you? You graduate and you call a game on TV for the red-white scrimmage.
Yeah, I mean, just super exciting. I think just full circle of a lot of goals I feel like I've worked towards that have nothing to do with volleyball, honestly. Coming true has been really cool of hey, yes, I can play volleyball well, but also I am a multifaceted human being. And I think that sometimes that does get lost in translation. And so being able to kind of do another passion of mine and pursue it has been super fun and just awesome.
I know lots of opportunities are headed your way. What do you hope to bring in the analyst role?
I mean, just keep getting better every day. I think like when I left today, I was super excited, but Terea actually said this in one of the pressers that she was grateful and not satisfied with her play. And that was exactly how I would describe today. I'm super grateful for like how it went, but I'm not satisfied. Like I definitely think there's things I need to get better at in ways that I need to grow. But I think Larry was great. He was so helpful, just like helping tee me up, and just everything that he said was really, really crucial and helpful. So yeah, I mean, I'm just really grateful I got the opportunity and obviously hoping for more, but just excited for today and what today brought. But yeah.
Last thing, because I know you'll be covering games that are not involving Nebraska at some point, but overall, how excited are you about what this volleyball season could bring?
Oh, I mean, a natty? Like, I mean, come on. Like, I think that's definitely the most exciting thing. Like, I hope that they can bring that home at the end of the year. But also, I think what's cool is, like, you have such a long season and you learn so much throughout the entirety of the season. And so just to be able to see the team just continue to get better, that's what I hope for, like, every game. Like, I mean, when I'm on a team, that's the same thing I'm hoping for. And so I'm hoping to be able to kind of see that as over the course of the season and talk about that. So, yeah, I'm excited.
How about beyond Nebraska, though? Just the competition. Some we're hearing, you know, Penn State might be back, all the things that Wisconsin, all the things that maybe this season could bring for the overall world of college volleyball.
I mean, I think it's just going to be like straight up exciting. Like the league's going to be super competitive. I think it's going to be more challenging than it was last year. And so I think that'll be really good for the team to get tested, but also to like have these fun momentum filled games. Like that's what makes the sport and makes it fun. And the reason we play is, you know, you always want to have fun in matches, but the big matches are just, I mean, come on, like they're so fun, you know, the big venues, the big matches against the good teams. Like it just continues to draw more attention to the sport, but also are just the games that you like live for. But yeah.
Fantastic stuff. Great to see you. And hey, big things to come. But congratulations on your debut today. And it was great to see you.
Thank you.
Again, Allie Sczech, and she was fantastic as always to talk to. And we said it before, but I think you're going to see a lot more of Allie Sczech covering college volleyball this season.
Excited for her.
I'm just kind of crystal balling it here.
Crystal balling. Mm-hmm. No, it's good. Good. I'm happy for she again. She was great. I mean, it didn't seem like it was her first ever broadcast. And she's done some of it. I think she did the camp they do for the athletes in Chicago at the Big Ten Network studios. So there's certain things here or there that she's been working on, but there's a lot of debuts that have gone a lot worse than that. I'll tell you that.
What was the word I used today in the meeting?
It was a doozy.
It was. We're going to think about it in the commercial break because I want to use that moving forward. I thought that was a good word.
It was something.
All right, we got to get to a break. We're back to wrap up hour number 1 next.
Drive into summer during the Woodhouse Ford Summer Sales Event. From family road trips to tackling the toughest jobs, a new Ford is ready for every mile ahead. For a limited time, receive $1,000 bonus cash plus a 2-year premium maintenance plan on select 2026 Ford models. Browse our inventory online or visit us in store in Blair, Omaha, or Plattsmouth today. With approved credit, tax, title, license extra, $299 doc fee due at signing. Offer applies to select stock numbers. 2-year premium maintenance plan includes 2 free oil changes. Offer expires September 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
The next generation of Huskers starts now. Join the official Kids Club of Nebraska Athletics today to score access to select home games, a discount at the team store, and endless Husker spirit. Get the most of your membership by registering early. Go to huskers.com/kidsclub to get your membership today. Again, huskers.com/kidsclub. Go Big Red.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Every year, Nebraska comes together. Across small towns, big cities, living rooms and stadium seats, one thing connects us all. It's more than athletics. It's community. It's tradition. It's home. Allo is proud to keep connections strong with 100% fiber internet and hometown service built for Nebraskans. Stay connected to what matters with Allo Fiber, proud partner of Husker Athletics. Learn more at allofiber.com/Husker Radio.
Right now at Woodhouse Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, get 0% APR for up to 84 months on all new 2026 Grand Cherokee and Grand Cherokee L models during the Make This the Summer event. Or enjoy 10% off MSRP on all in-stock 2026 Ram 2500s and Ram 3500s. 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Woodhouse Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Blair and Bellevue. With approved credit, tax, title, license extra. When financed with Stellantis Financial Services. $299 doc fee due at signing. Offer expires September 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
Hy-Vee, where there is a helpful smile in every aisle. Hy-Vee proudly supports the Huskers. Welcome back. Final segment here of hour number 1 of Sports Nightly with Kyle Crooks. I'm Jessica Coody. Remembered the word during the commercial break. It was work-withable.
Work-withable. Sounds like it's like a new version of an Uncrustable. Work-withables. You can get them now in a family pack.
I was just saying that maybe somebody would be more easily to work with, and so I like worked-withable.
Am I work-withable?
Most days.
Okay. How about today?
Today, yeah.
Okay.
Today, yeah. All right. Well, I did want to get to this, but new uniform unveiling over the weekend, and I think they are slick. I love them. But I'm a big black fan. Like, I like black uniforms. I wear black clothes a lot. So I love the blackout atmosphere last year, and I think Coach Rule talked about this a little bit, but I did the interviews with a lot of the guys that signed over signing day period last year, but then I've also talked to a couple of them that were coming in next year, and the ones that were on the sideline, they point to that game. I mean, just the atmosphere was incredible. The buy-in, the whole stadium wearing black. It was just so cool, and the players loved it, and I am a big fan of the uniforms, but especially I think the helmets are awesome.
That was one of my favorite moments last year, was the blackout. Outside of the result of the game, everyone yelling at each other in the radio booth, that was one of the coolest things I've ever been a part of. So they're probably going to do this once a year. There's going to be a blackout game every year. You would think moving forward, I think they've said that. I think Troy has said that. We just need to keep perspective that these uniforms, while it's a luxury that the fans like them and I like them, that it's for the recruits, it's for the players, and if they like them and the atmosphere, the cool blackout atmosphere is part of it. But I know that they had a lot of great recruiting visits last year when USC was in town. They'll probably have a lot of good visitors for the Washington game this year. There's a reason outside of fan preference that they do these things, and it's to get in talent.
And it's not even just the football team that love those black uniforms. The volleyball team loves their black uniforms. The softball team, that was their favorite uniform. They wore them, I think, that epic game against Arkansas, right? They were in those black uniforms, right? Yes, they were. Yep. So I know baseball loves their, Sunday blacks. Sweep black uniform. So it's just a hit for the athletes. I'm a huge fan, but I was privy to the helmet a month or so ago, a little while ago, and I thought they were awesome. So.
I like the fusion of red.
Yes.
It's like almost the glitter. You have to look close to see it. It's like it's like some sort of like paint just sort of kind of smacked on it, but it's hard to see. So it's really cool, and it's Halloween. So the fact that it's a blackout on Halloween makes it even cooler because it's even spookier.
So, but we don't have a game time yet, correct?
No, and they'll nudge the conference office, but in the end, it's not up to us.
What do we need to make happen for that to be a night game?
I'll talk to some people.
Well, I mean, but what? Because that would be NBC.
NBC could be Big Ten Network. They do night games too.
I mean, I forgot about Big Ten.
CBS, even if it's a CBS 2:30 game at that point of the year, it's half the game's going to be at night. So there's worst case 11 a.m. on FS1.
We need to see what other games are potentially that night that could give us troubles. But if both teams are winning and it could set up.
You
for
can
a
control your destiny
of a prime time game on NBC.
I'll take it.
So
I like it.
All right, got to get to a break. Hour number 2 of Sports Nightly up next.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Summer's almost over, but with a new Toyota from Toyota's National Sales Event, you can turn your end of summer scaries into end of summer woes. In the mood for some elevated dining? Pack a picnic into a 4Runner and hit up a stunning mountain vista.
Whoa!
Haul a bouncy castle in a Tundra and get crowned the coolest dad at the park.
Whoa! I'm king of the castle!
Drive a Tacoma to the lake to go wakeboarding. Whoa! That was awesome air. Let's go again. Or take a BZ to an amusement park with friends. Whoa! Keep Keep your woes going this summer in a new Toyota.
Event ends August 31st. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers. Village Point Toyota of Omaha, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, Baxter Toyota of Lincoln, or Corwin Toyota of Bellevue.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, the official foundation company of the Huskers. Schedule a free inspection.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Being a Nebraska fan doesn't stop when the clock hits 0 and the game ends. It's every day, all day, home or away. With the Husker Visa debit card, free with FMBO free checking, you can be one who lives it, one who proves it. Show your pride every time you pay with the Husker Visa debit card, only at FMBO, the bank of Husker Nation. One for the loyal, one for the fans, one for you. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Huskers. Member FDIC.
Good evening. I'm Duke Rudney. Our sports ticker is brought to you by the experienced advisors at Stonebridge Wealth Systems. Number 1, Nebraska Volleyball opened their 2026 season with its annual red-white scrimmage in front of a crowd of 10,753 fans in Pinnacle Bank Arena on Sunday. The red team defeated the white team 3-1, though the Huskers mixed their teams and lineups around for each set. Tiara Sigler and Virginia Adriano led all players with 11 kills each. Emmett Johnson made his NFL preseason debut over the weekend for the Chiefs. Johnson totaled 59 yards on 12 carries and had 10 missed tackles, which was the most by a player in the first week of the preseason by 5. The Nebraska soccer team opened its 2026 home slate with a 1-1 draw against the South Dakota Coyotes. Emma Donnelly scored for the Big Red, notching the first goal of her career in the 82nd minute. The preseason AP Top 25 poll was released today. Ohio State and Oregon are number 1 and 2, giving the Big Ten Conference the top 2 teams in the preseason rankings for the first time in 65 years. The Big Ten had 8 teams represented, and Nebraska is set to play 5 of those teams this season. Our sports ticker is brought to you by Stonebridge Wealth Systems, navigating you to and through the retirement of your dreams. Local advisors, a disciplined process, the retirement compass. Visit stonebridgeiwm.com. Coming up next is Hour 2 of Sports Nightly right here on the Huskers Radio Network.
Coming to you live from Memorial Stadium, it's Sports Nightly. All the Huskers, all the time. Sports Nightly is presented by McKinnis Roofing and Sheet Metal, helping homeowners and businesses protect what matters most for over 45 years.
Infield and outfield straight up. Plumlee comes set on course at 2-1. Fastball is drilled in the air. Deep left field. There it goes. See ya! First career home run for Jeter Worthley. Comes in a massive moment. It's 2-0 Big Red.
Served by Olivia straight ahead to the back right. Clinton guides it to her setter. Gets it back. Swings.
Big block. Harper Murray. 25-21. Nebraska survives the second set.
8 gets switched on. Deep left side. Weaver. 3 seconds to shoot. Deep left side. 1 on the shot clock. Hargroves. 3. You betcha. A buzzer-beating Central Valley 8-3 by Amaya Hargrove.
Now, here are your hosts, Jessica Coody and Kyle Crooks on the Huskers Radio Network.
Welcome back, Hour 2, Sports Nightly with Kyle Crooks and Jessica Coody. So before the break, we were talking about potential TV networks and kickoff times for the Nebraska-Washington blackout game. And it made me think I should have mentioned this when we were talking about Husker volleyball. But Fox Sports coming out today and announcing they're going to put more college volleyball games on Big Fox than ever before. And in fact, they'll put more volleyball matches on broadcast television than any network in a single season this fall. So going all in, which we've talked about, we thought that Fox would start getting the ball rolling more and more once they sign the bigger deal. And look, it's a great product, and it's going to start. They're going to put Nebraska, Texas on Fox, which is also, if you're going to put one on there, that's a no-brainer.
And they have the media deal with the Big Ten, too.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of the good teams are in the Big Ten, including Nebraska. So the more on network television, the better. You've seen it with other sports, and we've talked about it before, but how softball's become more and more popular, and they've put that ESPN's product, college softball. So you've seen more and more of that on ABC. And if you're Fox, you might as well follow suit and do that as well, because the more sports, the better. People watch sports, especially right now.
People watch sports?
Right now.
Do they listen to sports?
I don't know if they listen to them yet. People haven't told me if they listen to them yet, but they do watch them.
That's good to know. I'm glad to hear that. We were also comparing some of the games on that weekend of Nebraska, Washington, and obviously a lot of it depends. There's a lot of football to be played before then, and there's there are certain stays. It's usually 2 weeks out, but you can also put a game on a stay, right? What, a 7-day stay? Isn't that
think
right?
so.
That's what it's called. That you can. I think you're only allowed to do it twice a season, but either way. So a lot of it will be contingent upon how the teams are doing, but on paper going into it, I would say Ohio State, USC, but it's at USC, so they would not play that game at 11 a.m. So it would not be a Big Fox game. So you're looking at potentially big noon kickoff, wanting a shot at Nebraska, Washington.
We're getting ahead of ourselves.
Listen. That's
we're
what we do.
We're getting ahead of ourselves.
We haven't played a game yet.
Also factor in that the the athletic department will lean on the Big Ten to say, hey,
We need this to be at night.
Can you help us out a little bit? There's some things that get done behind the scenes. It's not the end all be all. And we don't know how other teams perform. Can you list off some of the other matchups?
Northwestern Oregon, Minnesota, Indiana, Michigan,
Possibility.
Rutgers.
Those
Purdue,
the first
Penn
two you
State,
said.
Wisconsin, Iowa, Illinois, Maryland, Nevada, UCLA.
What were the first two you said?
Ohio State, USC, Northwestern, Oregon, Minnesota, Indiana.
I could see Northwestern, Oregon, depending on the year Northwestern has. And the Indiana always has there's an infatuation with Indiana right now.
Yeah.
I mean, don't count your chickens before they hatch, as I like to say.
Okay. All right. I was just, putting it out there. I don't think they'd
You don't need to put out the negativity.
I'm not.
in the
There's
air.
no negativity.
You want to black out at 11 a.m.
No, I do not.
Some people do
not.
black out at 11 a.m. after a tough night. So it could be a different kind of blackout, just no jerseys involved.
Yeah, sometimes they call Big Red Reaction.
That's right. That's right.
Which we are going to be putting up a collar for a Sharpie next year.
That's
Big
right. You
Red
can win an
Reaction
award.
Caller of the year. But we have to go. We probably should announce going into it what the stipulations are going to be. Like, do you have to make in a certain number of calls? Is it just one epic call? Or
I think
what?
one epic call. But you can't be outlandish just to be outlandish. You can't be silly. You can't force us to hit the dump button, have us pay FCC fines. You have to be a legitimate person who's trying to make a legitimate point.
Coatney's only used the dump button once, I believe, in all his time.
Really? That's shocking.
Well, since I've been here and we've had this dump button, it's only been used
That thing
once.
stares at you all day, every day.
I've never had to use it.
I just want to smack that thing for fun, see what happens.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
It's a big red button. It's like in the movies, in the like the White House. It's the button you're not supposed. It says "Do not hit this button." That's that button.
It says, by the way, it says profanity dump. Hold until safe.
Hold
so I don't
until
think
we're
it takes
safe.
you completely off it just until the,
Yeah.
cursing is done. So
And you never know. Big Red Reaction. It could never be done.
you never know. All right. One other kind of news item of the day. So we talked about this last week again with all the 5-and-5 litigation going on, all the lawsuits, and kind of seeing more and more players find destinations that finish their career playing, again, the 4 years. So the 2022 graduates that played 4 years in 4 years and, saying that they deserve that 5th year. But the NCAA is saying nope. But a lot of the lawsuits are going in favor of the athletes. So as more and more of those continue to go in the favor of the athletes, more athletes are hopping into that have been in the transfer portal. That's big part of it. Been in the transfer portal, are finding landing spots. A lot goes into it. You got to have the roster spot. You got to have, I'm sure now the funding, right? But Jamarcus Lawrence was a name we talked about, was a potential that played his 4 years. He entered the transfer portal back in the spring, and he was a part of the lawsuit that came out in California last week. And so the Field of 68 posted today that Jamarcus has narrowed down his goals to 4: Michigan, USC, Troy, and Fresno State.
How does Troy get in there? You think of the other 2 schools. I guess part of it, too, is how much money some of these schools are offering. But he also did say that he made it clear he won't be returning back to Lincoln. And that's something we said. They have the roster spot, but you have players you brought in that you're paying out of the transfer portal that are already factoring into his spot. They had a full summer of practices and chemistry's built and offenses built around specific personnel. And this is another reality that we also brought up, that Jamarcus could be playing for another Big Ten team, that you could be seeing him this year in Pinnacle Bank Arena, or whether it's Michigan or USC. That would hurt a little bit, but that's just the reality of it.
No, I know, and we've talked a lot about this, and this is a team that has been, and not saying that Jamarcus wouldn't fit right into it, because he's been a part of the culture and understands it, but it was so important what was built last year throughout the summer, throughout the workouts, and they've already kind of, worked through some things and figured out their rotation. There's just been a lot that's already gone on with building this basketball team for this season. And, Jamarcus was not able to be a part of that, unfortunately. And I know they're super appreciative of him and him coming back and how important he was to last season and the record-breaking season. But just, unfortunately, the timing of it did not work out in the favor for that reuniting to happen and for him to come back and play that 5th year here. That being said, I'm a huge fan of Jamarcus Lawrence, huge fan. Probably one of my favorite Huskers that I've worked with since I've been here. He was one of the players that was here from, got to cover his freshman year, then his sophomore year and his senior year last year, and he was wonderful to me. I just am glad that he is hopefully going to find a spot. That's my thing. I want him to find a good spot, and I hope he does get an opportunity to play a 5th year.
Yeah, I think you'd be crazy not to look at him. If you're a school out there, and especially a Power 4 school, you'd be crazy not to.
A veteran guard.
Veteran point guard who played
a difference maker in March.
Played in an NCAA tournament, was very good in an NCAA tournament last year. And, of recent days, we've seen a lot of commits because of that injunction. You've seen some pretty big names, especially football's a lot harder because of the proximity we are to the start of the season. But you're seeing a lot of like Jordan Scruggs, who was a cornerback for West Virginia. He just committed to Maryland today. Vanderbilt just got a pretty big defensive lineman transfer from Temple. So you'll see more of this in the coming days up until the season starts, I would guess, and potentially some pretty big names that put themselves in the transfer portal previous to all this.
And I think other sports, too, as we move from season to season.
Yeah, right now you just see football and basketball.
So Jeff Goodman put this out, and he said one member of the NCAA Tournament Selection Committee, and it was to the field of 68, and it says, quote, the NCAA may not be able to threaten teams that use players deemed ineligible by the NCAA, but I can penalize them, and so can other committee members if they want, whether it's by seating or not including them in the field.
I think that's an empty threat.
That's a bold statement.
I don't think they'll actually penalize them.
The NCAA committee came out and kind of refuted that a little bit, but there's no way.
People are fed up, Jess. I don't know if you know this. People are pretty angry right now because they don't know. The rules are just changed. Danny Hurley, legendary head coach at UConn, I mean, he's fed up with it. He thinks all coaches that bring in those 5th-year players that were granted a 5th year because of the injunction, that it's just not good for the game. And we all agree. We hope these guys get the opportunities necessary, but the way that this has happened, where you can just put together a lawsuit or an injunction and then all of a sudden the entire landscape of roster building and chemistry and teams and their structure just gets thrown out of the window and the snap of a finger, that's what's incredibly frustrating.
My personal opinion, and I don't always give those and put it out there as a hot take, the NCAA should have just let this class play. I know that you have to find a starting.
Let them eat cake, I say.
You got to find a starting point. I get that, but you knew this was going to happen, and now it's just a mess.
Well, I think part of it is
let them just start it with last year's seniors.
I think part of it is last year gets in, and then the class before that starts to make their case. It's like the expansion of the college football playoff, or we started at 4, went to 12. We already want to go to 24. We're at 64, 68, now 76 teams in the NCAA tournament. Everybody's always got a gripe.
I think it's a easier case, though, to make for players that literally just wrapped up seasons and are, as the law is going into effect, some of them, the conversations were being had while these players were still playing. So that's why I think they should have had, look, you just put a blanket overall 2022 class can come back. If they would have done that from the start, I think it would have been a little bit easier of a transition.
I say we let players that their senior years was in 2020. I think we should have rosters of 150 kids. How about that?
I don't know about that. Mark chimed in on the text line. Day game, night game, who cares? Just beat Washington.
I like that thought.
Also, will we find out who the new guy in the booth alongside Kyle is? Thanks, Mark, for that text.
I have news. I'm actually going to clone myself.
Oh, you are?
We're using this brand new technology.
I thought I was getting the call.
No, we decided we're going to try this brand new.
No. Absolutely not. That's the worst idea I've ever
We've
had.
gone to a science clinic. They have perfected the science, and I'm going to clone myself and talk to myself on the air.
You got a name?
His name's Kyle.
Lyle. No, Kyle and Lyle.
Kyle and Lyle talking for miles on your radio dial.
I like it.
So tweet it, print it.
So I can still get to be the silent reporter?
Yep, until my third clone takes over. Kyle, Lyle, and
Niall.
Vile. Niall. Kyle, Lyle, and Niall. Talking for miles on the radio dial.
Oh, my goodness.
God, how miserable would that be for the listening audience? There's three of me.
All right, gonna get to a break. Gonna talk some Husker soccer up next here on Sports Nightly. The Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center is sponsored by Akrs Equipment, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, providing the equipment, parts, and service to keep agriculture moving forward. Akrs Equipment, proud partner of Husker Nation. Learn more at akrs.com.
At Woodhouse Hyundai, triple your down payment in a new 2026 Hyundai Elantra SEL Sport. Lease yours for just $178 per month. Put $2,000 down and we'll add another $4,000 on us. Plus, rest assured with Hyundai Owner's Assurance, America's best warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Visit WoodhouseHyundai.com or WoodhousePlaceHyundai.com today. 24 months, 7,500 miles per year with approved credit, tax, title, license extra. First payment, $299 doc fee and $650 acquisition fee due at signing. Stock number H260962. Expires September 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
Husker fans, the 2026 Nebraska football season is right around the corner. We need you in the Sea of Red this fall. Be in Memorial Stadium for the home opener on Saturday, September 5th, as the Huskers take on Ohio. Tickets start at just $50 and are only available while supplies last. To purchase your Husker football versus Ohio tickets, or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Nebraska. We're connected by more than fiber. We're connected by traditions, by hometown pride, by the sea of red on game day, by generations of fans who know what it means to cheer together. Allo is proud to be the connection behind those moments, bringing families together, keeping communities close, and helping Nebraskans stay connected to what truly matters. Allo Fiber, connecting what matters. Proud partner of Husker Athletics. Learn more at allofiber.com/Husker Radio.
This life we love has never been easy. We've been blessed with million-dollar rains, and we've watched hope dry up. Still, we press on because our purpose is greater. Central Valley Ag prepares the table alongside our farmers, not just to grow food, but to nourish our families and our communities. At this table, everyone's welcome. Join us. We're saving you a seat. Central Valley Ag, the official co-op of Husker Nation.
You show up for every Husker game because it's about more than football. It's about celebrating that Nebraska grit that's in our DNA. That same drive pushes you to get stronger, move more, and take care of yourself. To show up for the people and moments that matter most. We believe you have what it takes. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska covers preventive care with every plan. And our digital tools help you stay on track every step of the way. Blue believes in what you're made of. And Blue believes in you.
Feel like you're always on the run? Me too. As an independent financial professional, I help all kinds of busy people. Young families planning for college, couples working toward retirement, people securing their legacy. Wherever you are in life, Emeritus can help you get more out of life with insurance, employee benefits, and financial services. You're moving fast. Let's help make sure you're on the path to a fulfilling life. Find your next step at emeritus.com. Insurance products issued by Emeritus Life Insurance Corp.
Being a Nebraska fan doesn't stop when the clock hits 0 and the game ends. It's every day, all day, home or away. With the Husker Visa debit card, free with FMBO free checking, you can be one who lives it, one who proves it. Show your pride every time you pay with the Husker Visa debit card, only at FMBO, the bank of Husker Nation. One for the loyal, one for the fans, one for you. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Huskers. Member FDIC.
Drive into summer during the Woodhouse Ford Summer Sales Event. From family road trips to tackling the toughest jobs, a new Ford is ready for every mile ahead. For a limited time, receive $1,000 bonus cash plus a 2-year premium maintenance plan on select 2026 Ford models. Browse our inventory online or visit us in-store in Blair, Omaha, or Plattsmouth today. With approved credit, tax, title, license extra. $299 doc fee due at signing. Offer applies to select stock numbers. 2-year premium maintenance plan includes 2 free oil changes. Offer expires September 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
Woodhouse has been a trusted partner in your everyday since 1975. Shop for your next vehicle with the home team at Woodhouse, the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics. Talking for too long of a while without a smile, making an inch feel like a mile. It could go on. Just kidding. You guys are great. The Brandon adding to your
thumbs up in
Kyle,
the chat if they are.
Niall.
Thumbs up in the chat if they are excited to listen to Kyle, Lyle, and Niall this year, starting on September 5th.
Keep adding on to the poem. Let's keep it going. Text in
on your radio dial.
2400.
Kyle, Lyle, Niall on your radio dial.
Okay, keep it going. Let's add to it. All right, Husker soccer off to a 1-1 start. Had a draw yesterday with South Dakota, but had a big win over Louisville and have 2 massive games coming up here this week out at Hibner. So coming up on Thursday, 7:05 against number 2 Notre Dame. So big one out there. And then Alabama coming up on Sunday, 12:05.
CSD's got...
CSD, Christopher Sullivan Diaz, the Christopher Sullivan Diaz will be on the call of both.
He gets
one
a
radio, one TV.
He gets a the?
The, yeah.
CSD, can you give me a little, just a quick little something on the soccer team? Or am I putting you on the spot here?
Yeah. Well, I think they look a little rattled in the first half of their home opener, but in the second half, they really did pick it up. They had a lot of shots on goal. They had 9 total. They only had 1 in the first half. So getting 8 in that second half and a freshman in Emma Donnelly scoring for the team is pretty big. So you're kind of looking to see who's going to be popping out in this next one. If I were to look towards this weekend to see one player really stand out, I'd say Natalie Lewis.
Okay.
You're not going to say our Sports Nightly guest, Chris?
I don't think he knows who our guest is. Does he know?
Rudney.
Okay, he does know who we have on the show.
All right, so Ella Rudney, senior going into the season out of Grand Island, New York. Huge Bills fan, by the way. So her and Searles.
Grand Island, New York?
Yeah.
Okay.
So her and Searles, her dad has season tickets. So her and Searles need to talk some Buffalo Bills. But anyways, had a chance to chat with her about her journey, a little preview of the season, and also, of course, had to ask her, does she partake in the table celebrations with the Bills? So here's that conversation with Ella Rudney. How just overall, before a season starts, there's a lot of work that goes into it before you guys even take the field for a preseason or the first few games. How just did the process go for this group leading up to even, kick off for the first time?
Yeah, so a lot of us actually stayed in the summer here, like optional workouts, everything. And like we did all the optional stuff together, like with our strength coach. And so that was really a good way for us to get close and just to make sure that everybody was kind of fit and ready to go into season. And then this was the first year we had a transition period. So we were able to work with the coaches like sooner rather than other years before. So that was nice to be able to just have practices with the coaches and like get all the new freshmen in with the coaches before we started playing games. So that was really fun and good.
Because that's been something that I know that soccer and volleyball coaches both have, I know, pushed for a little bit. Because, you basically practice for 2 weeks and then it's time to play. So what were some of the work, what was some of the work that you were able to get in earlier that you felt like really helped this team?
Yeah, a lot of like tactics and stuff. So obviously we get freshmen that come in, even like old players and stuff, and don't know any of the tactics, don't know anything going on, and then you have to play a game in 3 days. So it was really nice to be able to have everybody in to do and like learn the tactics, learn like our lingo, things like that.
So then as a team, how did you guys, and again, as one of the leaders as a senior, how did you guys kind of come together and kind of talk about goals and how you wanted to maybe approach this season as a team?
Yeah, we actually just talked about our like goals recently before the Louisville game, and we just really want to win. Like, obviously, I know that's like everybody says that, but with this team, like we really just like are all here to win, to play soccer because we love soccer and we love to win. So, and we kind of are all on the same page with that. So going into making our goals and all that, it was just the main focus was to win.
How about you? You had put out a graphic on your social media, just the amount of time you played, games you played, just in comparison from your sophomore season to your junior season. So now going into your senior season, what does that look like for you?
Yeah, I mean, I obviously had a lot of growth, like myself personally, but that wouldn't have been without the coaching staff. And like, we really preach development here, but even like the players before me and like a lot of like the leaders and the seniors and even some of the girls who like you probably don't even know the name of that didn't really end up playing that much, like those girls especially like pushed me even harder every single day. So like I just hope that as a senior, like I can push the younger girls like I was pushed by other seniors before me.
So where do you feel like maybe you grew that allowed for the growth, I guess? I guess it's kind of a funny question, but what are the areas that really helped you to be able to be a player that could stay on the field for a lot longer?
Yeah, I mean, to put it bluntly, I wasn't fit enough. So I really just worked on my fitness and I got fit. I got more athletic. I always really understood soccer and like I love to watch soccer, but I think like just really honing in on like what are my strengths? How can I keep those my strengths, but then also like work on the things that aren't and not shy away from it too. Like I am completely honest, like my fitness wasn't good enough, but I worked on that and now it's better. So
that's and a great example for probably young players coming in that don't understand that either. Is it a different level when you go from high school or club to college and when you talk about that fitness level?
Yeah, absolutely. Also just like, especially here, I'm an attacker, and back in club, it's like, no, you're just here to score goals and get the ball. But like, it's like, no, you have to defend, you have to work hard, and you have to run. And like, I really think the college game and our coaching staff here has really shown me that it's like, you have to do so much work off the ball and you have to make so many runs that you're not going to get the ball, but you have to do it because that's what's best for this team. And so it's like, just kind of taking that, like, I don't know how to put it, just like, knowing that the dirty work is like fun, kind of, and like just like embracing that.
Yeah, well, that's a good perspective. So how do you do that then? How do you improve your fitness?
You run a lot. No, I think it's just, I would say obviously like you have to do extra, but it's also just knowing that every single day, like you have to push yourself harder than you like think you can go, because the first thing, like, I don't know, like the first thing to go is your mind. And like, you know, once you get to the point where it's like, this is too hard for me, you actually can push harder. So it's just getting yourself to be able to push harder. And like soon you kind of just get to where you're used to that. So then the fitness just grows and just grows and just grows because you just know that you can push harder because you've done it. And then it gets easier to keep pushing harder because it's almost like you've tricked yourself and taught yourself to push harder.
Man, better you than me. I'm definitely not a runner, but no, that's just a fascinating kind of take on it, and I appreciate your honesty too. Like, I think that's important for young athletes to kind of, hey, look, this was what I had to do better.
Yeah, and our strength coach here, Hayden Jones, shout out. He's like honestly one of the greatest like people, but also like coaches and everything, and like I wouldn't be able to have pushed myself fitness wise if it weren't for him. So really shout out to him too.
Shout out. Yeah, love that. Okay, so where did soccer start for you? Why soccer for you?
Well, my dad played soccer, my mom played soccer, my older sister played soccer, everyone in my family played soccer, and it was kind of just always like that's the sport that I loved. Like I dabbled with other sports here and there, but it was always just like soccer for me. Like me and my dad from I think even age like two or four, like we would just get a soccer ball and we'd play, and I just like loved it. I just loved the sport, loved everything about it. I loved competing, so it was always just like it ran in my family, but it was kind of like it became my thing in the end, and I still just love it.
Oh, it's awesome. So you're from almost Canada, you were telling me.
Yes.
So Grand Island, New York. It's a long, long ways away. How'd you end up at Nebraska?
Kind of like out of like the recruiting process, like they reached out to me. I think they saw me at like an ECNL like club showcase. And I talked to them and like some other schools and ended up like loving the coaching staff and just their philosophy on development, because I knew I wanted to become a professional soccer player, but I knew I wasn't good enough yet. And I needed to go to a program that was willing to invest in players and not just like go into the transfer portal and get the next best thing, but really just like this player we see potential in and we're willing to work with them. And that was what Nebraska had. And then I came on my visit and I loved it even more. And so that's why I chose it mainly.
Oh, that's great. Was that, okay, so it's one thing to say that's what I want, but then when you get here and that's the process, did you embrace it from the start? Like, it's going to take time for me to get to where I want to be?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Like, it wasn't easy. Like, there's definitely like really, really low points, but it's always just like, I knew what I wanted and I knew what the goal was. And I also knew like the coaching staff around me and like my teammates that were around me, they wanted me to be better. So it's like, just knowing that everybody here supports you, it makes it easier to like go through the hard stuff, if that makes sense.
So then now you're starting to see the fruits of that labor. How does it feel?
Honestly, it's like whatever. Like, I don't know. I don't really care.
I mean, you feel like that process has paid off for you.
I mean, yeah, I guess I'm on the field now, but it's like, I haven't done anything yet. So,
well,
we'll see after this year.
Pretty hard on yourself, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, you got to be, though, if you want to be great. I don't know.
No, I mean, that's great. So you're coming from New York, though. How was the adjustment from playing soccer in New York to playing soccer in Nebraska?
Yeah, I mean, soccer-wise, it was definitely an adjustment, just like upping the level, like, a lot. And being away from home is obviously hard to begin with, but I had a lot of, like, really great girls. A lot of them aren't here anymore, but some of them are still in my class, but that were really, really nice and just welcoming. And so that made it a lot easier and kind of just like found like Nebraska's now like my second home. So it's easy now.
What'd your family say when you said, I'm going to Nebraska?
My dad, I think, because my dad came on all my visits with me and he, I think, knew after I visited here, like I was going to come here. And they're just like, okay, we'll go. Like, could be further, I guess. I don't know. But,
and now they come, they're here a lot, right?
Yeah, they're here a lot.
They like Nebraska?
I think so. I don't know. They wouldn't say it, I don't think, if they didn't, but I think they do like it, yeah.
Okay, and you're a huge Bills fan.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, I mean, my dad, he's got season tickets, so we just like always grew up like when I was younger, it's like Bills, 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 Bills. Also, if you've ever been to like, I'm really close to Buffalo, obviously. If you've ever been there, like, you can't be in Buffalo and not be a Bills fan.
Yeah.
It is just like the most fun atmosphere ever. It's honestly like being in Lincoln and not being a Husker fan. It's
not loud.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you do the table thing?
Oh, not me. I don't do that. But my sister's done it before. My older sister, but it didn't go that good. So
what is it? I mean, what is it like just being in that stadium on a game day?
Oh my gosh, it's insane. It's so fun and like you just feel the passion and the love and like it's so loud. I don't even know. It's really fun though.
Is this the year?
We say that all the time.
I feel like we've been
so I don't want to jinx it. I'm not gonna say anything.
You feel pretty good though about the season though?
I feel good every year though. So hopefully this year, yeah, hopefully.
One of our analysts is a big Bills guy. He played there for a little bit, and so he says it every year. Bills is his pick, and then they always just come a little bit short. I feel like this might be the year though for you guys.
I hope so.
I picked you guys.
New stadium, so it's like good vibes.
Yeah. I agree. What other sports is it like all football for you outside of soccer that you like to watch?
Yeah, I love watching football. I like hockey too a bit. The Sabres had a pretty good year this year. But mainly I would say I watch soccer and football and probably a little bit of hockey, and I'll watch like Nebraska sports too.
Yeah.
But
do you have plans to go back to see a game this year?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
But hopefully it's like way down the road, right?
Yeah.
That you guys are playing long. So, okay, let's circle back then. Going into, again, this year, and this is a program that wants to make the postseason, right? So how do you guys kind of go about making sure you do what you need to do to get yourself into that spot?
Yeah, I think it's not looking too far ahead, though. Mm-hmm. Like, we know that those are our goals, but it's really important. Like, every single game is, like, the next goal. So it's not looking too far ahead, getting ahead of ourselves. Like, obviously, we had a good win this past weekend, but we have another game on Sunday. So it's like, okay, good job. Now we keep going. So I think it's just really focusing game to game, how we can win that game. So then it's just the next step, just the next thing. Not, like, kind of just keeping our blinders on and staying, like, within the team and keeping all that together.
What would you say is this team's strengths here to start the season?
I would say our strength is our press is really good, and just like our mentality. Like, everybody is just like, we're here to work and we're here to score some goals, but also like our defense is really good and they're really, really strong right now and experienced. So
I feel like that's a must for Nebraska soccer though, right?
Oh yeah.
Like, that's the mentality. When you were talking earlier about like that's from club to here, like the things that you had to learn. I mean, I feel like that's part of the culture here is we're going to play good defense.
Yeah, we're gonna play good defense, and we're gonna just work harder than the team. That's nice to you.
So going into, you got 3 home games in a row here. What is the significance of having Husker Nation show up for you guys?
I mean, having fans there just brings the energy of the game up so much, and like you just feel like you get a good tackle and you hear the crowd go, ooh, like the energy that brings is just like, it's amazing. And we could really use some of that, especially this year, to help us.
How much do you guys get to travel, but how much do you love playing at Hibner?
Playing at Hibner is the best. Actually, like I was just telling the freshmen this because we were at Louisville, like their stadium's pretty nice, whatever. And I was like, just wait till Hibner. Just wait. It is so fun. Like the fans, everything, just especially at night, once we get a night game, like it's just so fun there. And like you can just like hear the crowd because it's not like too big. It's like the perfect size. So it's so nice to play there.
I think it's cool too, just all the women's sports, to see the young fans that come out. And you guys have that too, where there's so many young athletes that are standing there waiting to get your autographs. I mean, what does that do for you too? Just kind of seeing maybe how you're inspiring another generation.
Yeah, it's so awesome because it's just like, I just remember myself when I was that age and just hearing them just like say your name even. I'm like, how do you know my name? Like kind of thing. And it's just like I don't even feel like I'm that much older than these little girls sometimes because I'm like, why do you like look up to us all? But it's like, you're really cool to them. So it's like putting out a good example for them is just like, it's really, really inspiring.
Who was cool to you when you were that age? Like who was your like, oh my gosh, I might pass out if I get that autograph?
Anybody, probably. But I had like a fat head of Alex Morgan. I mean, what little girl doesn't like Alex Morgan?
Yeah.
But I feel like it was probably her. Honestly, just anybody. My club, we used to have an NWSL team. And so they were really cool to us. Yeah.
You have a favorite Bills player?
Josh Allen, obviously. Come on.
I know. I should have said second favorite, maybe.
Josh Allen. Can't not have him.
All right, so going into the home opener and then again just this stretch of home games, what's kind of the goal? What does this team need to be able to do?
I mean, obviously win, but we need to put some goals in the back of the net for sure. You can't win a game without scoring, and then obviously just keeping ourselves grounded and keeping ourselves just focused, I think is really, really important.
Great stuff. Thank you so much for being here with us. It's great chatting with you, and we're excited for another soccer season. And Husker fans, get out there, watch the Huskers. You guys got a stretch here at home, so that's got to be important for you guys to protect the home field here,
of course,
over the next couple weeks.
Yep, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Again, Ella Rudney with Husker Soccer. 2 big ones coming up. What are you mad at?
I'm not mad at anything, but they came back to an empty chair on YouTube.
Misclick.
Yeah, it's not for everybody.
You shot them a look like something happened, and I was like, what did I miss?
It's not that deep.
Okay.
I promise.
Well, good. I'm glad it's not that deep. So, anyways, Ella Rudney with Husker Soccer. Almost said softball.
Oh, don't do that.
2 big wins coming up this week. Thursday, Sunday. Notre Dame, number 2 in the country, coming up 7:05 on Thursday, and then Alabama on Sunday. So a couple opportunities with some good games going out there at Hibner.
Fighting Irish, number 2 in the country.
Yes.
Last check.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they've updated a new poll. The last poll was on the 4th. So I don't know if it's a couple weeks until they update the United Soccer Coaches polls, the one that I usually went by. And Notre Dame is second, so a really good opportunity.
Used to be a big-time soccer play-by-play guy.
I was, way back in the day. Way back in the day.
Oh, all right. Gonna get to a break. No Cam's in today. So we're making a call into the bullpen.
All right, I'll take it. Who's in the bullpen?
That would be one Duke Room.
Oh, is he a lefty too? Because you pointed to your left arm. Are you a lefty, Duke?
I don't know if he is.
He's a righty. So
Oh.
you got to point to your right arm.
It didn't work with the mic.
There you go. Pointing to your right arm. Duke, what do you got? We'll ask you what he's got on his fastball.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle, Hy-Vee proudly supports the Huskers.
When second's making a play, short's got to cover.
A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person.
Good hustle,
Two things. Communicate with your guys and make sure everyone's in the right coverage.
It takes a team that knows its roles well, working together to provide an exceptional experience.
Set the screen. You have to protect yourself. 1, 2, 3, Wildcat!
At Shelter Insurance, you can count on our local agents and award-winning customer service to help you protect what matters most.
See Shelter agents Darian Frazier, Jeff Martinez, or Grant Wilbeck in Omaha today.
There's no better way to celebrate America's 250th birthday than at a Husker football game. Be in Memorial Stadium for the official America 250 celebration as the Huskers take on Bowling Green on Saturday, September 12th. Kickoff is set for 6 p.m. and tickets start at just $50. To purchase your Husker football versus Bowling Green tickets or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
This life we love has never been easy. We've been blessed with million-dollar rains, and we've watched hope dry up. Still, we press on because our purpose is greater. Central Valley Ag prepares the table alongside our farmers, not just to grow food, but to nourish our families and our communities. At this table, everyone's welcome. Join us. We're saving you a seat. Central Valley Ag, the official co-op of Husker Nation.
Noddle Companies proudly supports the Huskers Radio Network. As a full-service leader in commercial real estate, we create thriving communities. Discover what's new in the Builders District in North Downtown, Noddle Hospitality's latest venture in Exarban Village, and the contemporary living of row house townhomes on Leavenworth. We're welcoming world-class concepts from men's fashion and great eats to gorgeous homes and green spaces, all professionally managed by Noddle Services. These are the Noddle Companies, building a better Nebraska. For more information, check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
Farmers demand equipment that works as hard as they do. For over 60 years, Sukup has been helping farmers protect their operation with industry-leading grain storage, drying, and handling equipment. Designed for performance, reliability, and peace of mind when it matters most, Sukup is proud to stand with the people who keep agriculture moving forward. Family-owned, farmer-focused. Visit Sukup.com to find a dealer near you today.
Find your next vehicle at Woodhouse Buick GMC. Right now, you can save up to $13,000 off MSRP on the 2026 GMC Sierra 1500. Visit us in store or shop online at WoodhouseBuickGMC.com today. Woodhouse Buick GMC. We are professional grade. With approved credit, must finance with dealer, must own and trade in a 2012 or newer passenger vehicle. Tax, title, license extra. $299 doc fee due at signing. Offer applies to select stock numbers. Stock number V260747. Offer expires September 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
Nebraska football fans know what it takes to be the best. You've got to handle the heat, power through the cold, read the pressure. Same goes for the techs at John Henry's. They're trusted to perform when it's all on the line. When winter's driving hard and your furnace fumbles. When your thermostat is in the red zone. When the power goes out before the final whistle. Make the easy call.
Call 435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing. Heating and air.
And electrical.
Being a Nebraska fan doesn't stop when the clock hits 0 and the game ends. It's every day, all day, home or away. With the Husker Visa debit card, free with FMBO free checking, you can be one who lives it, one who proves it. Show your pride every time you pay with the Husker Visa debit card, only at FMBO, the bank of Husker Nation. One for the loyal, one for the fans, one for you. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Huskers. Member FDIC.
Enhance your grilling game with a Nebraska-made grill from M Grills. Wood pellet and charcoal grills made to last with Nebraska values. Check them out at mgrills.com. Welcome back to Sports Nightly with Kyle Crooks. I'm Jessica Coody, also joined by Duke Root. And Kyle is probably going to be going through Rush here in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I'm just...
He's got the commercial break talking to Duke about being in a fraternity.
Frats, just what they do on the weekends, you know.
Mm-hmm.
What does a frat do?
And
you know, because
you're ready to go through it.
He's got his alumni golf tournament coming up. I asked him, I said, are the boys coming back this weekend? And he just stared at me and I said, Duke, do you have any friends?
It was just out of nowhere, so I was really confused with the question.
It's kind of, people just don't expect sometimes when I speak They'll just stare at me like, is that thing talking to me?
Is he actually being nice?
Is that thing?
Actually being interested in me? Okay, before we get to Camden's culture segment featuring Duke.
Yes.
Duke went to the Kansas City game.
Yeah, the Rams game.
That's why I said it like instead of like the Chiefs.
He's an LA guy.
Instead of the Rams game, he went to the Chiefs game. And you got to see Emmett Johnson in person.
No, Emmett looked really good. I mean, from my 300 level seats, even from there, I can tell he was still explosive, still shifty.
Why don't you ask Jessica to text it, Emmett? Got you better tickets.
I could have.
But you're a Rams guy.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not going to sit in Emmett Johnson's family section with the
But
Rams
Duke's a Husker, though.
But he's
got to play that
more
angle.
so than a Ram.
I don't know. That's a tough one. I might be more Rams, honestly.
You're gonna lose in the divisional round this year. You're gonna host. You're gonna get a bye. So. You're gonna host a divisional round playoff game, and Stafford's gonna throw 3 picks, and you're gonna be crying with your frat bros.
All right. Listen, we're running out of time. Before you again take us off the rails with your Kyle. Duke's got some culture pieces.
All right, yeah, that's good. Shout out Camden. Sorry I'm filling in, but first one, the Buss family sold their stake in the Lakers that they've had since 1979. The rest of the family wanted to sell it, but Jeannie Buss did not, and now she's trying to pursue a way to get it back. And this kind of reminds me of the show Succession. I don't know if y'all have seen that.
No.
Yeah, so basically it's just about this family. The dad has like a $1 billion company, and the family's all trying to fight for the inheritance. So it's really just like real life Succession.
Yeah, she is did she file a suit?
She was talking about doing it. I bet she will.
They argue that she is the controlling shareholder of the Lakers. So no sale can take place without her consent. So they want to sell this to a team that has Bob Iger in it, who is the CEO of Disney. Yep. That would be the cost is obviously $12 billion, something like that.
It's something crazy, yeah.
Some awkward family gatherings here.
Yeah,
Thanksgiving be a little awkward, I'd say.
They probably don't do that.
We're gonna have to get to another one quickly, then we'll get to a break and do the other ones.
All right, the Jonas Brothers. They announced they're going on tour today, and they're gonna be stopping at PBA. So
Did you go to see them?
I did. I went to Omaha and saw them.
Surprised they're not going to Omaha.
Well, they just went to Omaha.
Yeah, but
switch it up sometimes.
This is the same market. So if you're going to come here, but I'm happy for Lincoln. I'm happy for PBA.
Yeah, so
That's
PBA
awesome.
in December.
Will that be a concert you're going to, Kyle?
They grew up in one of the towns next to me in Wyckoff, New Jersey. We always used to say Wyckoff when you can sneeze. That's the name of the town.
That's a good one. Did y'all watch like Camp Rock growing up?
No.
Really?
No.
So why'd you go to Jonas Brothers? Is that
I heard they put on a good show.
Oh, okay.
She's just a follower. She heard everybody going, and that'd be a good ticket.
I like watching like music live, and I heard that they put on a good.
That's actually my favorite thing to do. So
yeah, I'm a big live music guy too.
Okay.
What an end to that segment. Well, I want more actually.
We will. We'll get to a break. We'll come back with more with Duke coming up after this. Husker fans, get ready for a special night on Saturday, September 19th. Be in Memorial Stadium as your Huskers take on North Dakota. Kickoff is set for 6:15 and tickets start at just $50. Your ticket will also include a post-game concert featuring country star Cole Swindell. To purchase your Husker football versus North Dakota tickets, or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
You show up for every Husker game because it's about more than football. It's about celebrating that Nebraska grit that's in our DNA. That same drive pushes you to get stronger, move more, and take care of yourself. To show up for the people and moments that matter most. We believe you have what it takes. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska covers preventive care with every plan. And our digital tools help you stay on track every step of the way. Blue believes in what you're made of. And Blue believes in you.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Cybersecurity is a fundamental component of today's business operations. It's not just an add-on, it's essential for business protection. At Hamilton Business Technologies, we know that cyber threats are always changing and require constant vigilance. That's why our team delivers real-time threat monitoring and advanced security protocols to safeguard your data and reputation. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we put security at the forefront of your success. Cybersecurity is business. Hamilton is business. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, the official foundation company of the Huskers. Schedule a free inspection.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Woodhouse has been a trusted partner in your everyday since 1975. Shop for your next vehicle with the home team at Woodhouse and the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics. All right, final segment here, but we've got a couple more points that Duke has for our culture segment. So we're going to close it out with that rapid fire.
All right, first one, LeBron James started a golf YouTube channel. So that had me thinking, would you guys rather have LeBron's basketball skills or Tiger Woods' golf skills?
Good question.
What a question.
Although
Tiger Woods golf skills.
That is the worst answer to that question ever. LeBron James basketball skills, 100 million billion %.
Coming from the guy that wouldn't go to the Masters if it was in his backyard.
But still, I mean, LeBron, that is one of the big four sports, the NBA. I get Tiger in his prime. Tiger's also, he's playing on one leg nowadays, and there's a car accidents and things happening. So I would go with LeBron James because he's still playing at a high level.
I would go with Tiger Woods because you can golf up until the day you die, basically.
I think Tiger as well. I mean, business gets done on the golf course, so imagine impressing everyone on that course.
Nobody's doing business with a guy, ripping at 350 down the middle of the fairway, making everybody look bad. You want to play down your competition at business deals. But make both of you look foolish.
No, I don't
Next
know.
one.
All right. Last one. Burger King has dethroned Wendy's to become the second largest U.S. burger chain.
Wow.
So which burger chain or just fast food restaurants are your guys' favorite?
Listen, I don't eat red meat. That's been documented here, but I do like Freddy's black bean burger.
Okay.
I'll let that sit there for a little bit. Wendy's was fantastic.
Brahms is huge in Oklahoma.
I have not had Culver's.
Brahms.
I've never heard of that.
They are also known for their ice cream. People here that listen to this will know what Brahms is because you travel through. There's some in Kansas, but it's kind of more of that area, Oklahoma, Kansas.
I like Chick-fil-A. I haven't had Raising Cane's is really darn good.
I'm kind of anti-Raising Cane's.
Okay, why's that?
I think the chicken's the worst part of that meal. And
the sauce.
Yeah, and the name is Chicken Fingers, so kind of got to get that going,
Okay, it's a hot take out of you.
Hey, it's
Raising Cane's was the thing for a long time.
How about Godfather's Pizza, as we heard from Cam Lynn?
Cam's huge on that.
I've
That's a guy
actually
from
never had
Staten Island.
Godfather's, and so I feel like I should go try it now. I
have
heard
not
they have
had
some
it
good pizzas, specialty pizza. Duke, you don't agree?
I've never really been, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Him and his boys will get out there this weekend.
Well, well done, Duke.
Thank you.
Appreciate you stepping in.
Fantastic.
All right, final minute or so for us here. Did want to get this in. So Nebraska football availability tomorrow. We will play a few of the presser clips. Might hear some more news regarding Tyke Hayes, but we will have that for you, as well as a special announcement coming up tomorrow night here on Sports Nightly.
Yes, perhaps I have a fourth clone that shows up in the booth. Does Big Red reaction as well? No, we be a lot of fun tomorrow.
So
we hope.
tune in. We will have a big show coming up tomorrow, but we'll have some football talk. Probably talk to a couple of the guys after practice as well.
Football's here.
Somebody just said you had a winning joke. Kyle just might have had a winning joke. Wyckoff
when you can sneeze. It's the town in New Jersey the Jonas Brothers are from. Wyckoff. Wyckoff when you could sneeze.
There you go. All right, so that's going to do it for us. Thanks to Christopher Sullivan Diaz, Duke Rude, for Kyle Crooks, I'm Jessica Coody. Again, tomorrow night here at Sports Nightly, full 2 hours coming up for you, and a big announcement for us here on the Huskers Radio Network. So it should be a lot of fun, and we'll talk some more Husker football with the media availability. I'm not sure. Do we know who's available? Did we find out?
We don't yet.
Oh, okay. So that's all coming up tomorrow night. Have a great night. We'll talk to you tomorrow night.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
When it comes to your business running efficiently day to day, you rely on technology and a network that is secure, fast, and has measures in place to help prevent downtime. At Hamilton Business Technologies, we know firsthand that reliability is business. We work with businesses across the state to implement managed IT solutions that keep your business running securely. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we're focused on providing custom solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Reliability is business. Hamilton is business. Connect with us today at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Feel like you're always on the run? Me too. As an independent financial professional, I help all kinds of busy people. Young families planning for college, couples working toward retirement, people securing their legacy. Wherever you are in life, Emeritus can help you get more out of life with insurance, employee benefits, and financial services. You're moving fast. Let's help make sure you're on the path to a fulfilling life. Find your next step at emeritus.com. Insurance products issued by Emeritus Life Insurance Corp.
Being a Nebraska fan doesn't stop when the clock hits 0 and the game ends. It's every day, all day, home or away. With the Husker Visa debit card, free with FMBO free checking, you can be one who lives it, one who proves it. Show your pride every time you pay with the Husker Visa debit card, only at FMBO, the bank of Husker Nation. One for the loyal, one for the fans, one for you. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Huskers. Member FDIC.
Right now at Woodhouse Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, get 0% APR for up to 84 months on all new 2026 Grand Cherokee and Grand Cherokee L models during the Make This the Summer event. Or enjoy 10% off MSRP on all in-stock 2026 Ram 2500s and Ram 3500s. 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Woodhouse Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Blair and Bellevue. With approved credit, tax title license extra when financed with Stellantis Financial Services. $299 doc fee due at signing. Offer expires September 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.